This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Tuesday. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Ray Collins. It might feel like Monday to many of you who were off yesterday, but it is Tuesday and it's May the 30th.
I know. I even had to ask you what day it was
You're
because
you're
I forgot.
Me. And I was off yesterday.
I know.
I'm confused too. One man who's not confused though, John Scalzi.
Never.
Well, today it's fairly easy in the weather department to not be confused because everything is going to be kind of the same as it was yesterday. So glad to see that, actually. However, changes are coming up as we head down the road, and we have a better chance of some rainfall coming our way. We do have a few scattered showers around, have had this morning, mostly in inland areas. Inland parts of Manatee County and Hardy County saw a lone shower that lifted northward now, and we're looking at pretty quiet conditions for your morning commute. Should be just fine. Taking a look at the satellite radar composite, you can see that one lone shower now moving northward out of our area, leaving us high and dry. A little bit of fair weather cloudiness moves into the region as well. That high cloudiness caused by a system back to the west. We'll talk about that in detail. It'll have an indirect effect on our weather as we head into the end of the work week. Forecast for today calls for that slight chance of a shower, call it 20%. And that'll be mostly in inland areas. But our daytime high will once again today reach close to the 90-degree mark, and we'll have a fairly high heat index because of all the humidity that's starting to return to the forecast picture. We'll talk all about it coming up in a few.
All right, John, traffic already building in some spots in Manatee County. 41 northbound, some congestion there heading away from the river. Also State Road 70 heading toward 301. Farther south, we see a bit of a congestion spot there already. That's awfully early, and that is at the bend at Heigl after you cross the North Bridge on Siesta Key and head toward the village. And then South County, not much to speak of at 6:03 on your Tuesday morning.
Topping our news this half hour, proceedings at the Texas State Capitol erupted into chaos on Monday.
As Reed Binion tells us, at issue a new policy involving immigration.
Yeah, I mean, the guy made a comment, a very stupid comment. He's a racist. He's a bad person.
Democratic Texas State Representative Alfonso Navarez commenting on the tense moments that played out on the House floor at the state capitol Monday.
We're not going to allow people like that to get away with saying comments like that because they think nothing's going to happen to them.
Navarez referring to Republican Representative Matt Rinaldi, who claimed that he called Immigration and Customs Enforcement on protesters that he suspected were undocumented, a call that ICE says its local officers never received. The dust-up on the House floor happened after throngs of demonstrators crowded into the Capitol, speaking out against the state's new ban on sanctuary cities. Rinaldi says when he told Democratic colleagues about his call to ICE, he was threatened by Navarez and assaulted by Representative Ramon Romero. Rinaldi says he replied by saying he would shoot in self-defense if necessary. Navarez on Twitter called Rinaldi a liar. Romero denied the assault allegation, and other Democrats called out Rinaldi's actions.
It's a scary time in Texas, and we got to make sure that we hold politicians accountable who say these hateful things.
The chaotic final day of the legislature's regular season may not be the last day of work for lawmakers after all. Governor Greg Abbott saying he may call them back to work to clear up unfinished business.
I'll be making an announcement later this week about special session.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Some say this is a bit like a law in Arizona 7 years ago called Show Your Papers that allowed police to inquire about a person's immigration status during routine interactions.
New this morning, former Panamanian dictator Manuel Noriega has died. His death was announced by the current president of Panama, Juan Carlos Varela, on Twitter. Noriega had undergone surgery in a Panama City hospital in March to remove a benign brain tumor. He was placed in a medically induced coma after suffering severe brain hemorrhaging during that surgery. He ruled the Central American nation throughout the 80s. He also spent nearly 2 decades in a U.S. prison for drug trafficking and money laundering. He also spent time in France in jail and then returned to Panama in 2011. He was 83 years old when he passed.
We are learning more about that Navy SEAL who died during a parachute demonstration in New Jersey over the weekend. This is Special Warfare Operator First Class Remington Peters. He died of injuries sustained during an airborne demonstration on Sunday. He was part of the Leapfrogs team that was conducting a coordinated jump onto Liberty State Park. The Navy said his parachute never opened properly. The 27-year-old was a veteran of 2 combat tours and performed more than 900 jumps.
New details this morning in a deadly train stabbing in Portland, Oregon. Portland's mayor is now calling for permits to be revoked and the cancellation of alt-right events scheduled for next month. In a statement, Mayor Ted Wheeler says the city is in mourning and the community is angry, and those events will only intensify an already difficult situation. It comes after 3 people were stabbed, 2 dying while trying to help a Muslim woman and her friend. Destiny Mangum was sitting with her Muslim friend when police say Jeremy Christian began hurling insults at the women, telling them to get out of his country. Those 3 men tried to calm him down when he attacked.
I just want to say thank you to the people who put their life on the line for me because they didn't even know me. They lost their lives because of me and my friend and the way we looked.
Christian is expected to make his first appearance in court this morning.
A Suncoast resident and former prisoner of war in North Korea says the increasing spotlight on that region stirs up some painful memories for him. Rick Rogala served on the USS Pueblo, which was captured by North Korea back in 1968. The crew was held and tortured for 11 months, he says. The ship is still held by North Korea. Recently, North Korea has made headlines for its long-range missile testing. Rogala says he likes President Trump's approach to North Korea so far.
People might not like what I'm saying, but I'm telling you, from my perspective, that he's doing a real good job, because he's standing up to a country that think nobody could touch them.
Meantime, the U.S. Defense Secretary James Mattis says a conflict with North Korea would be, quote, a catastrophe. Meantime, new criminal investigations are underway into possible opioid and other drug thefts by employees at Veterans Affairs hospitals. In fact, the VA Inspector General's office has opened 108 investigations. Nationwide, the VA has more than 160 medical centers and 1,000 clinics. A water slide in Northern California remains closed this morning after a boy flew off the slide over the weekend. Have you seen this yet? The 10-year-old boy went down an 80-degree drop and slipped over the edge. He skidded onto the concrete. Watch this. It happened at the Wave Park in Northern California. He was lucky to walk away with just a few scrapes and bruises in all this.
Thoughts are with the family that had this experience, and we don't certainly want to have that repeated, so we're going to do everything we can to make sure that doesn't happen again.
That 3-story slide was shut down, remains closed as the ride's contractor and manufacturer investigate the cause of the accident. And a 73-year-old fisherman in Australia has quite a tale to tell now. A 9-foot-long great white jumped into his boat. He was able to get help when the Coast Guard arrived and helped him out there. It looks like the shark didn't do very well in that boat either.
Probably weighed down the boat once he jumped in there. Oh my goodness.
Sickly.
Whew.
Yeah, what do you do with that? I mean, if you're the only person on the boat and that thing jumps into your boat, what do you do?
A nightmare. What do you do?
Stay away from it, I guess.
Go to the bow.
Go to the other side of the boat.
It's good he was able to get to the radio. That's
true.
I guess, yeah.
Oh, man.
Some changing weather coming up as we head into the end of the work week. We'll talk about that coming up in just a few.
Also, still ahead, John, a unique way of raising money for Gold Star families.
We'll show you how organizers are putting the aid in lemonade after this.
It's fine that other people like you. It's more important that you like yourself. And I'm comfortable with every part of me. Meals on Wheels coming to my door as someone who's housebound assures me that I'm not forgotten. They care that I'm okay. My name is Asha Ida Bell. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055. So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Temperature and dew point are pretty close together, and that's making it feel kind of humid out there. 75-degree air temperature, dew point at 72. Calm winds currently, but we'll watch those winds become a little variable today. They'll start off out of the north, northwest, and then shift a little more northeast. We'll develop a sea breeze in the afternoon, which will send it back to the west, and then we'll end the day up, I think, with more of a easterly or even southeasterly direction. So the wind speeds changing are the beginnings of what will eventually become a wetter weather pattern that we'll have in store for us as we head into the weekend. Looking at temperatures that are 75 degrees in Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca, Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood, Ranch. 75 degrees in Sarasota as well. We have 77 degrees at Longboat Key, Venice, Inglewood, 76 in Northport, and 71 in Punta Gorda. So across the region, not much happening here. We had the one lone shower lift northward. That's out of here now, and we're looking at some pretty quiet conditions across the Suncoast. We do have some showers that are back toward the west, northern Gulf waters from about the Florida Panhandle all the way back toward Louisiana Delta region and just starting to hug the Texas Gulf coastline. This is all part of a low-pressure area riding along a frontal boundary that's stalled out. The rest of the country is pretty quiet right now. We do have some showers and occasionally a thunderstorm developing in the northeast. In fact, that will be a location for the potential for some severe weather today, mostly in the form of some gusty winds. Also along the about from the Delmarva, but you can include the mid-Atlantic as well down toward the Carolinas, but mostly the Delmarva on up through New York. We have the potential for some severe weather as well, a little bit enhanced chance there, or marginal chance, and then back toward Kansas City. But otherwise, most of the nation, the only risk would be for, your standard kind of typical thunderstorm activity. As far as our weather goes, high pressure is going to be the dominant weather feature there, just as it has been all straight through the weekend. With that high pressure ridge in place, we'll expect to see some warm temperatures, sunny skies. UV indexes will be high again today if you're heading to the beach. But we will start to watch it kind of migrate a little bit closer to the Atlantic coast and develop a more southeasterly wind flow. With that southeasterly wind flow and with the fact that a couple of low pressure areas will develop that'll kind of try and sink a little further south into the Florida Panhandle over the next several days and kind of chip away at that high pressure's effectiveness just a little bit, that will allow for slightly better rain chances as we head into Thursday, particularly Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll start to see our rain chances back up to almost summertime values of 50%. And those showers would build inland where the sea breeze will butt up against this general southeasterly wind flow, create the uplift necessary to produce our showers inland. And then as that sea breeze collapses, the southeasterly wind flow will push those showers back toward the coastline. Everybody gets a chance at some rainfall. That happens later in the week, not today. Today, sunny and warm, isolated shower inland, and then winds start to turn a little more to the southeast. You can see on the water vapor imagery the turquoise color of higher moisture content air gradually drifting in this direction. That will bring us a little bit more cloud cover over the next several days. So we look for about a 30 to 50% chance of showers by Friday, and then we'll carry that into the weekend. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, John. Taking a look at traffic this morning, looks like there's some congestion on 301 and State Road 70. Also a little bit of slowdowns on 64. As we head into Sarasota County, looks like there's a little bit of slowdowns on Clark Road as you head towards I-75. Also some congestion on the Key over in Siesta. As we head into South County, taking a look at our maps, not a whole lot going on at 6:16 on your Tuesday morning. Organizers call it Lemonade. One Florida charity is using lemonade stands to help raise money for the families of military service members who have died.
Reporter Ari Height talked to some of the kids who are making this happen.
We're selling lemonade for Gold Star families.
Hi, thank you.
A Gold Star family is a family that's lost a loved one in the military.
And during this Memorial Day weekend, you'll see stands like this all over Palm Beach County and all over the country.
Can I take two, one for my wife?
The stands are part of a local charity called Believe With Me, which works to support Gold Star families.
I thought, what would happen if we could do something over Memorial Day weekend and give families the opportunity to get their kids involved, giving some honor and some respect and helping Gold Star families.
And Reback came up with Lemonade. She reached out to some businesses, to some friends, and before she knew it, lemonade stands had popped up all around Palm Beach County, 22 of them at last count. People from 5 other states have joined in, like Colorado. A business in Georgia has 3 stands going. And everywhere, business is booming. The dollars are coming in, and every penny goes toward buying a home for a Gold Star family, for people who, unfortunately, really know what Memorial Day is all about.
Nobody's really talking about what the meaning of Memorial Day is, and it's just a time to stop and think and be reflective of what our freedoms and opportunities cost.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, that is adorable.
Very refreshing approach to
Yeah.
remind us about those Gold Star families.
Oh, I know. Good for those kids, you know, starting at a young age, giving back.
Great.
So, yeah.
6:18 right now, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. Tiger Woods says he didn't have any alcohol in the time before his DUI arrest.
We'll tell you what he's saying now led to him to his appearing under the influence after this.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G-Freed has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G-Freed Flooring America. G-Freed Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
For the last decade, SNS Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Nice shot of the Ringling Causeway as cars are heading back in this direction from St. Armand Circle. Dawn is breaking there. That's the a senior retirement center, that tall building there on the right.
Okay, yeah. Heading back into work. Days are over on the Keys over there.
Yeah, three-day weekend is now over. 6:22, I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Well, Tiger Woods is denying that alcohol was involved in his arrest for DUI.
So then what happened? Gio Benitez has an explanation.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Tiger Woods speaking out after being arrested for suspicion of driving under the influence early Monday morning. The 41-year-old saying alcohol was not involved. Quote, "What happened was an unexpected reaction to prescribed medications. I didn't realize the mix of medications had affected me so strongly." The golfer also apologizing to his family and fans, saying, "I expect more from myself too." That mugshot now seen around the world.
There it is, a win for the ages.
A stark contrast to Woods' iconic career. But in recent years, the golfer plagued with health issues, undergoing 4 back surgeries, the most recent just this April.
Tiger, the golfer, has been basically missing over the last couple of years. He's played 3 tournaments worldwide in 2 years.
And coming up at 7 a.m., ESPN's Tom Rinaldi weighs in live. With your GMA First Look, I'm Gio Benitez, ABC News, Jupiter, Florida.
The opioid my doctor prescribed for my chronic back pain backed me up, big time. Before Movantik, I tried to treat it myself. Spent time, money, no go. But I didn't back down. I talked to my doctor. She said, 1, Movantik was specifically designed for opioid-induced constipation, OIC, and can help you go more often. Number 2, with my savings card, I can get Movantik for about the same price as the other things I tried.
Don't take Movantik if you have a bowel blockage or a history of them. Movantik may cause serious side effects, including symptoms of opioid withdrawal, severe stomach pain and/or diarrhea, and tears in the stomach or intestine. Tell your doctor about any side effects and about medicines you take. Movantik may interact with them, causing side effects.
Don't back down from OIC. Talk to your doctor about Movantik. Remember, Mo, Van, Tick. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world.
If you get knocked down, stand up again. Rip it up again. Give me one chance, I'm gonna make it. Give me my chance, this is my chance, I'm gonna take it.
The new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
How long have we been married, dear?
For 76 years.
He was kind and generous to me before we married, and he was kind and generous to me all these years. We decided on Meals on Wheels because I was getting to the point where I couldn't do all the things that I had been able to do. We're the Spans. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, surveillance video leads to the arrest of a Bradenton burglar. We'll tell you more about the unlikely suspect.
Plus, a man once held captive in North Korea nearly 50 years ago now sounds off on the current U.S. approach in that region.
And Siesta Key recently named the #1 beach in the U.S. We'll tell you how Hollywood is turning their sight on the Suncoast with a new reality show. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Nice shot of the 10th Street boat ramp, which was recently rehabilitated last week.
New parking lot, boat ramps as well, and some dredging going on in that pass-through out there, so that way boats are able to get through there a little easier.
Yeah, certainly a busy spot this past weekend, all the boats coming and going off the 10th Street boat ramp.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, 6:28 right now. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Let's check in with meteorologist John Scalzi. Good morning, John.
Well, good morning to you. Did you get any barbecuing done yesterday?
Oh, I ate far too many hamburgers.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. What about you?
Little hot dog activity going on in my house.
We had a little staycation. Aaron and I went to Siesta Key for a staycation this weekend. Nice 3-day weekend.
Oh, fun.
Nothing better. Staycations on the Suncoast. It's a good start.
Oh, yeah. Pack the car and drive 5 minutes.
That's right. Exactly right. Unpack once. Or don't unpack, actually, at all, right? You already have. We're looking at some beautiful weather shaping up for you today. If you're going to be out and about doing those afternoon chores or enjoying just a little bit of sunshine, maybe an evening walk, stroll on the beach, should be just fine for that. Weather today pretty much the same as it was yesterday, especially along the coastline. Now, inland, you may get an isolated shower, but that's about the only difference that I can see. Taking a look at the satellite view, a little bit of fair weather, high cloudiness moving in from shower activity out in the western Gulf waters. That's really not going to impact us other than to give sometimes a milky appearance to the sky. But otherwise, fair weather clouds will build in the afternoon, mostly inland, and there will be a slight chance at an inland shower. Daytime highs top out near 90. Not a whole lot of action near the immediate coastline, though. That'll change as we head into the days ahead. We'll talk about that coming up in just a few.
All right, John, talk to you again soon. Here's the scene right now in Manatee County. Some congestion here and there. The only red area we see is on 14th Street West heading northbound toward State Road 70. Farther south now into Sarasota County. It continues to be a little sticky area there as you cross over the Siesta Key Bridge and then take a hard left turn around Heigl as you head toward the village. Still a slowdown there. And then US 41 congestion there heading southbound as you pass by the Woodmere area.
Topping our news this morning, a burglary in Bradenton all caught on tape.
As our Rick Adams shows us, that video helped lead to an arrest.
Well, I'm here in the 300 block of 30th Avenue East in Bradenton, where at least one of the homes here was burglarized. It's a burglary that was all caught on videotape. It's good news for the homeowner, not so good news for the thief. This is home security video from the home of Amanda Geiser and her boyfriend Dustin Hartman. It shows a thief stealing a chainsaw right from their front porch late Saturday night and then taking off in a getaway car down 30th Avenue East. About 45 minutes later and about 5 minutes after authorities left the property, the same thief was back, this time running off with a bike.
For this guy just to come one day and just snatch my chainsaw and then come right back and take my bike, he was on a mission. So, I mean, for this to happen in my neighborhood, it's not just upsetting, it's just disrespectful.
The trick bike that was stolen has a lot of sentimental value for Hartman. It was a gift from his father, who had passed away. Hartman's 9-year-old stepson, Wyatt, witnessed everything on the security camera as it was happening.
I was like freaked out. I went to the room. I said, "Mom, I am freaking out right now. Somebody just stole a chainsaw."
It turns out that somebody is a 17-year-old boy who was later arrested by sheriff deputies. Hartman says the home security video helped lead to the arrest. The chainsaw is still missing. The bike has been returned, but not in one piece.
He had took the whole brake system off. He had taken the whole handlebars and forks apart and then tried to put them back together, and it just didn't work.
And we're being told the 17-year-old was released to his parents. Authorities are continuing with their investigation. Reporting from Bradenton, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
So he got the bike back, but the chainsaw is still missing this morning.
One woman is dead and another seriously injured after a head-on collision in Manatee County. Troopers say a Tampa woman was heading east on State Road 70 behind a pickup truck when she didn't notice the truck slowing down in front of her and swerved to avoid a crash. She crossed into oncoming traffic and hit Laura Justice's SUV head-on. That 49-year-old woman, Laura Justice from Arcadia, died on the scene. The other driver was flown to Sarasota Memorial Hospital with critical injuries. She was cited for improper passing.
Voluntary evacuations are over in Palmetto after a falling power line caused a brush fire last night. It happened on 33rd Street in Palmetto. It sparked a 4-acre fire. Power was briefly shut down in that area so crews could replace a transformer and pole that had caught fire. And developing overnight, Alligator Alley has reopened after a wildfire in southwest Florida caused state police to shut it down for at least 4 hours last night. So eastbound traffic had to get off the interstate in Naples. Westbound traffic got off at I-75 at US 27. The road is now reopened, but state troopers are on the scene watching conditions.
Local veterans took the time over yesterday to remember some of their fallen comrades on Memorial Day. Retired Navy Captain Robert O'Neill is a Pearl Harbor survivor. He was fresh out of boot camp, serving on the Navy base when the Japanese attacked in 1941. For 30 straight hours, he helped recover casualties and pull survivors from the waters. O'Neill lives with the memories of that day 75 years later, giving him a perspective on the true meaning of Memorial Day. He shared his story with us to remind others about the significance of the holiday.
It's a day to remember the men and women that gave their lives to bring us what we have today, what we can do today. And if they remember that, that's all that matters.
O'Neill says living through Pearl Harbor taught him how precious life really is after seeing how quickly it could be taken. MTV is filming a new reality TV show on Siesta Key, and it's easy to understand why.
Yeah, nice spot, but not everyone likes the idea of an MTV show about Siesta Key. How will it come out? Kate Flexter has both sides.
Siesta Key, known for white sand beaches, small town living, and soon an MTV reality show. It's news that has this tiny coastal village talking.
And all in all, right now, the talk of the town is everybody's a little nervous.
Nervous, says Siesta Key resident and property owner Michael Holderness, because they're not really sure what the show is about. And so far, MTV is being pretty tight-lipped about it. A profile of MTV's network chief gives a hint, though, describing the show as, quote, in the vein of The Hills, about a group of kids in an elite Florida enclave who return home for the summer after spending their freshman year in college. As a local business owner, Holderness says it could offer a great chance to show off the barrier island and attract a younger demographic during the slow season. His only concern, accurately representing Siesta Key.
We're like a laid-back family community, beach community, and they just don't want to be portrayed as like a Daytona Beach, kind of party capital.
Vice President of the Siesta Key Association, Catherine Luckner, says she's gotten all types of calls since word of the series spread. Several concerned the show might fall in line with past MTV series.
They felt they were rowdy people doing things, lots of drugs, mayhem, problems, violence. Those aren't the things that we have here, and we'd like to make sure it stays the way it is.
But Luckner feels confident this show will be different.
It's not a spring break series. It is about real people doing the things that they would normally do coming home.
The crew filmed the pilot episode more than a year ago. And yet even Tom Kuvatsos, who owns the Village Cafe right in the heart of the Key, says he never saw a film crew.
Nothing at all. I'm kind of shocked if they're done or near done filming because I haven't seen or heard anything.
But he also hasn't seen or heard anything about the show's plot and says it really could go two ways.
What's the TV show going to sell? Is it going to sell if it's a nice, quiet, quaint, 20-somethings being together, or wild, crazy 20-somethings doing crazy things?
Those two options are the crux of the matter. A spring break destination or a quiet, quaint beach town. Holderness hopes it's the latter.
The spotlight's on them, so I hope they just kind of represent Siesta what they are, show the quality, the values, what this community is all about. Really kind of let us be proud of you. I mean, you have a chance, they have a chance here to do something really cool, and I hope they do.
Kate Flexter, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
The suspense is building. The show premieres on July the 19th.
Well, it's not exactly what you want to see when you're about to jump into your pool. Take a look at this. An 8-foot alligator already taking a dip in the family swimming pool at a home in Venice for this Memorial Day weekend. Deputy Lori Clark from the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office sharing this video. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission responded and called a trapper who then relocated the gator to a more appropriate swimming hole than that pool.
Wow. Hurricane season begins Thursday, so this weekend you can buy hurricane supplies tax-free in Florida. That runs Thursday to Sunday. You can get items like radios, first aid kits, batteries, portable generators, the ones that cost less than $7.50, that is. And to make sure you're prepared, our annual hurricane special is set for Thursday night. Our weather team goes over evacuation zones and shelter information, all you need to know in your supply kit. You also can call us during the program to talk to experts about your storm-related questions. Mark your calendars, Thursday, 7 p.m. right here on ABC 7. If John Scalzi's involved, it will be a quality show.
Yes.
Listen to you. Listen to you. The cool thing is, like you said, you can call in and ask your questions that relate to your personal situation and get that answered. And that's unique, I think, in these hurricane specials that are around out there. This one is like no other. So by all means, tune in, check it out.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I know I have some questions myself that I'll probably be asking you guys just so that I can clear the air and know that I'm safe.
You can ask me anytime. I'm happy to help you.
Call in.
Okay, well, there we go.
Jacqueline from South Sarasota, go ahead.
I wonder who that could be.
Yes.
Well, we have some changing weather coming up, too, for this week's forecast. We'll talk about that coming up in a few.
Also still ahead, the son of legendary singer Greg Allman plays a tribute concert in Massachusetts.
We'll tell you what he had to say about the death of his father and the former Suncoast resident and music legend.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off
my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Don't live with pain. Stay tuned for great news. Many older Americans suffer from weaker or more wobbling knees. Knee pain is responsible for approximately 1/3 of all doctor's visits involving muscle and bone pain. Among them, bone chips, bursitis, osteoarthritis, and tendonitis. Well, if you're on Medicare, we've got great news. You could get your own pain-relieving knee brace at little or no cost to you.
This brace keeps me walking better and in much less pain.
Call us right now.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Joey Panic on Suncoast View. West Coast Black Theater Troupe heats things up with a summer preview, plus summer social events, Money Matters, and orange octopus ice cream in the kitchen.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Air temperature comes in at 75 degrees with a dew point of 72. Dawn is breaking, and we have a little bit of fair weather cloudiness out there, but no rain showers in progress for your morning commute. There may be one or two around when you drive home this evening, though, as we are going to factor in a slight chance at a rain shower today. Calm winds currently will be switching today. They'll be moving from northeasterly direction back to the west with a sea breeze building, and then eventually to the southeast overnight as we start to see a little bit of a wind shift begin. 75 degrees, Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca. Parrish comes in at 75, so's Bradenton. 75 degrees at Lakewood Ranch, 75 degrees in Northport. 76 degrees in Venice and in Inglewood, and 77 degrees at Longboat Key. So across the region, everything is quiet on radar locally now. Showers have now lifted up toward Hillsborough County, and everything is pretty tame. I think that'll be the case throughout the morning hours into the afternoon. I don't think we'll see any more rainfall, or haven't seen any rainfall along the coastline, and I think it's going to be very quiet there. Now, we may pick up a shower or two in inland areas a little bit later on in the day, and certainly it'll be a wet day through the northern Gulf waters. We have ongoing shower activity in parts of the Louisiana Delta region, also on up through parts of Alabama, Mississippi, and into Florida as well. This is the cloud cover that we're seeing across the region, that high, thin, wispy cloud. It's blow-off from these systems, and also some stuff that's out in Gulf waters beyond the range of the radar beam. This kind of travels on up toward the mid-Atlantic. It's a stalled frontal boundary. Back to the north of that, there's a secondary frontal boundary that's sinking southward. And then north of that, a big ridge of high pressure, which is building in across most of the northern tier. Now, today, there is a risk of severe weather, but it's mostly located in parts of Pennsylvania, New York, in interior sections along the mountainous regions, and also in areas around Kansas City. You might see an isolated storm, mostly in the form of gusty winds and hail, not a big tornado threat there. And for us, it's all about just an occasional thunderstorm. That's going to occur mostly in inland areas. We sure could use the rain again today. The fire danger index, that index that indicates the likelihood of a fire starting and then becoming out of control, is still high in a couple of our counties, particularly Manatee County. But Hardy, DeSoto, and Charlotte also have a fairly high category as well. Sarasota still in the low category. I think what we will see over the next several days is a little of that beneficial rain falling in places where it is really needed. Hardee, DeSoto County, interior parts of Manatee County likely to see some rainfall as we develop that southeasterly wind flow around the underbelly of the high as it scoots out into the Atlantic. With that wind coming at us from the east, moisture is pushed in this direction, and we get a clash between our sea breeze building right along the immediate coastline and this general southeasterly wind flow. Then as the sea breezes collapse, that southeast wind kind of pushes the remaining showers back toward the coastline, and everybody gets a chance at some much needed rain. Plus, this frontal boundary to the north, that's eventually going to try and work its way southward. Falling apart as it does so, it will still help to chip away the effectiveness of the high pressure ridge, which is providing us today with sunny weather, warm conditions, maybe just an isolated inland shower. That's about it as we watch those winds start to turn. A little bit more moisture working its way in from the showers back to the west will produce some high cloudiness at times, but otherwise a nice day with high UV indexes near the beach. Northeast wind comes in at about 10, shifting to the east overnight. Light chop, 2-foot seas. Forecast looks good for us over the next several days, calling for increasing rain chances and consequently slightly cooler temperatures as we head into the weekend. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look at traffic this morning, looks like some congestion on 301 in both directions as you pass by State Road 70. Other than that, looks like 41 seeing an increase in traffic as you head into South Bradenton. As we head into Sarasota County, looks like there is an accident towards the Lakewood Ranch area that is going to pop up on our screen as University Parkway and Cooper Creek Boulevard. As we head throughout that area, some congestion on Clark Road as well, and South County looking pretty good at 6:46 on your Tuesday morning.
Now some breaking news at this hour from Iraq. 2 bombings in Baghdad have killed 27 people.
That's right. One of the bombings was actually at a ice cream shop, and another one was a rush hour car bomb. So.
Yeah.
Still developing, though.
Full details this morning on Good Morning America.
In this hour's Health Smart, if you have a hard time sleeping, you may want to try exercising more.
Exercise can also help those who have sleep apnea issues as well. Disturbed sleep is a key risk factor for diseases like stroke and heart attack and high blood pressure. One study shows that exercise alone led to a 25% reduction in sleep apnea symptoms over a 3-month period. Doctors recommend everyone get 2.5 hours of aerobic activity a week, along with strength or resistance training. About 100 million Americans suffer from sleep problems in this country.
About 26 million people in the U.S. find themselves sneezing and wheezing every single year when pollen counts tend to rise. But there are a few things you can do to combat seasonal allergies. In addition to allergy shots and medicines, experts advise steps like staying indoors between 5 a.m. and 10 a.m. They also suggest you shower and wash your clothes to remove allergens like pollen, wear sunglasses in a hot outdoors, close your windows and leave shoes outside, and finally, keep pets clean so they don't track allergens through your house.
Good advice, yeah.
In entertainment news this morning, there's an exclusive interview with Prince William coming in the July edition of GQ magazine.
He says he can finally talk about his mother, the late Princess Diana, but that it took a long time to do this. He says it makes him sad that she won't see his children grow up, and he would have liked her advice on parenting as well. The prince also says he wants to eradicate the taboo of mental health so people can discuss it more openly and get the help they need.
A major milestone at the Cannes Film Fest, Sofia Coppola has been awarded the Best Director prize. She's only the second woman to win that honor. It's for her new film, The Beguiled, starring Nicole Kidman, about a woman who runs a Southern girls' boarding school during the Civil War. That debuts on June 23rd.
And the son of legendary singer Greg Allman played a tribute concert in Massachusetts to honor his father's memory. Michael Allman says he found out his father passed away Saturday night while flying to a performance.
Waved, hey, Pops. Well, come to find out, that was my last hey. That was kind of neat.
Greg Allman died at his home in Savannah, Georgia, after a prolonged illness. He was 69 years old with a long track record here on the Suncoast as well.
Yeah, frequented Anna Maria Island, from what I've been told.
Everyone seems to have stories around here about Greg Allman.
Yeah.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, a flag made out of an unusual material.
We'll show you how a group came together to set a new world record after this.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now, 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
Looking for something fun to do on a Friday night? Then come to Music on Main, the first Friday of every month at Lakewood Ranch. Enjoy free live music, dancing, great food, and lots of fun for every family member, even the furry ones. Meet up with friends, enjoy activities for the kids, or make it a special date night. And be sure to stop by the ABC7 booth and say hello. Mark your calendars for Music on Main, first Friday of the month, 6 to 9 at Lakewood Ranch. Brought to you by ABC7 and these sponsors. Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Change of pace for our bump back shot. There is a shot of the Capitol on this Tuesday morning. Looks a little overcast there right now. Congress in session right now. And let me rephrase that. Congress on a break right now. They'll be back in session soon, we hope. 6:53 as you wake up on this Tuesday morning.
Well, let's take a look at some of the top local stories we're following for you right here on the Suncoast today.
Voluntary evacuations are over after a power pole sparked a 4-acre brush fire in Palmetto last night. Power was actually shut down in that area so crews could replace a transformer and pole that had caught fire.
A burglary in Bradenton over the weekend was all caught on tape, and that video led to the arrest of the alleged thief. It shows a 17-year-old boy stealing a chainsaw right from their front porch and then taking off in a getaway car. The chainsaw still missing, but the bike has been returned, however, not in one piece.
And suspense is building on Siesta Key, where MTV cameras have been seen taping a new reality show. It debuts on July the 19th.
Taking a look at traffic this morning, looks like the usual slowdowns throughout Manatee County. It looks like as we head into downtown Bradenton, looks like the bridges and the Green Bridge and DeSoto Bridge seeing an increase in traffic. As we head into Sarasota County, Bee Ridge Road in both directions seeing some congestion. Also, there is an accident at Cooper Creek Boulevard and University Parkway. Clark Road seeing an increase in traffic as you head towards the interstate and 41 heading south, seeing some congestion. Other than that, South County looking clear. John?
Yeah, weather pretty much the same today as it was yesterday with some slight changes. We'll have an isolated shower or two in inland areas. You can count on that. plus a few more fair weather clouds, high thin clouds for the most part, brought in by some activity out in the western Gulf. Otherwise, I think we're looking at another hot day, warm day, humid day, and as we head into the end of the work week, we'll be looking at a little bit better rain chances, which will lower the temperatures for everyone.
All right, a timely world record in Nebraska. They created a 60-foot American flag out of Legos. Wow. 700,000 pieces. They worked through the weekend to finish the massive Stars and Stripes. It's now on display in Omaha. The effort earned them a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest image built with interlocking plastic bricks. It was spearheaded by the local high school who wanted to use the love of Legos to honor the country. The actual guy that began the whole thing acquired the pieces of Legos through donations, by the way.
Interesting. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So July 19th, the MTV show begins about Siesta Key. We were actually walking the beach yesterday and happened to turn around. There was a camera crew behind us.
Maybe they were filming you.
Not me, more likely Aaron. But it was clearly an MTV crew because the cameras were quite large.
They talk to you?
Interesting.
Nope. No, just getting some video.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just some background video.
I don't think MTV is looking
location shooting, I guess.
Not looking for a peaceful and tranquil show, probably.
Right. I think that has a lot of people on the edge. Is it going to be what we think it is or something else? Who knows?
There'll be some drama and conflict.
Or will anyone watch it?
That's true, too. Enjoy your Tuesday, folks.
Stick around. Good Morning America is coming up next.